Hello, everyone. This is Big Dan with Southern Extreme Sports Talk coming to you. We're coming up on today is Friday, November 1st. We're coming up on week 10 here of college football. Just wanted to hop on here and go through the top 25 coming up for the weekend. And so, without further ado, let's get going here. We'll see what we got going. The number one team being our Oregon Ducks, they will play. Um, they don't have a big game. I don't mean to get nobody upset. Oregon will be at Michigan at 2:30 on Saturday. The line is Oregon's favored by 14 and a half. Um, that that shouldn't be really too much of a problem for Oregon this weekend. The 14 and a half, I think they'll win by 3 touchdowns over Michigan. Michigan just they trying, like I say, they ain't got the playmakers and everything to put up a fight. But anyhow, it should be a fun game to watch, I guess. If you're an Oregon Duck fan, Michigan, they're just trying to steal LSU's quarterback right now. That's their main goal. But anyhow, we'll move on. The number 2 team is Georgia. Florida is at Georgia. That's a 2:30 game also. Georgia's favored by 14 and a half. I don't know about Georgia. They up and down. They at home, but still I think they might be looking past Florida a little bit. Got Tennessee on that mind. But anyhow, I don't know if they going. Florida's been playing pretty good ball. I don't know if Georgia's going to beat them by 14. They can. They come in with that attitude like they had against Texas, but we'll see. That's a lot of their problem. Is some of that like it? That's the reason Kentucky played them tight, almost beat them. They come in there just not pumped up and ready. But anyhow, they survived. They lost the Alabama game, but we'll see how that turns out. Should be a pretty good little game there for a little bit. They got the DJ Lagway quarterback and doing pretty good for Florida. But anyhow, the number 3 team, that's going to be the big matchup for the weekend. Ohio State is number 4. They're at number 3 Penn State at 11 a.m. Ohio State's favored by 3. We're still got their James Franklin is saying Penn State's quarterback, Drew Allard, he is going to be a game time decision. The little backup didn't look bad at all to me. So I think Penn State will be the same, but either way, there's something about Penn State. They don't have that killer instinct. I don't know. You know, they played USC, beat them 33-30. Ohio State's struggling a little bit. Seems like they'll probably get by on this game, though. Ohio State will probably win. But if Ohio State don't win, we'll have a log jam at the top of the Big Ten because those teams are probably Penn State and Oregon then will win out probably. And if Indiana beats Ohio State, then we'll have Indiana's going to win out. So they'll probably be a log jam at the top. We're going to have to look at it and see what the tiebreaker is. But anyhow, number 5 team in the country is Miami. Duke is at Miami, and we got, Cam Ward. He's in a big Heisman race. That's 11 a.m. Miami's favored by 21. So I look for Duke. Duke's got a tough little scrappy team now. So we'll see how that plays out. I don't think if I'm betting this game, I'm gonna take Duke in the 21. Miami's been playing too many close games. They played, and of course, Florida State last week. They blowed out 38-16, but you give up 16 to Florida State, Duke's definitely going to put some points up on you. All right. So let's go to the that's number 5. We're going to number 6. Texas. Texas is off this weekend. They're taking a break. All right, number 7, Tennessee. Tennessee, Kentucky is at Tennessee. That's a 6:45 kickoff. Tennessee's favored by 17.5. Man, I tell you, I don't know that I don't. I'd take Kentucky in the points on this one. Tennessee ain't exactly been throwing a lot of points on the board here of late. Kentucky's got a good defense. They play Georgia tight. I think the only game they really was out of was the South Carolina game so far that this year. But anyway, this is a big game for Tennessee. You know, they got a matchup coming up with Georgia down the line here. So we'll see how that plays out. We still got some good games ahead, that's for sure. So we got they were number 7, number 8, 9, 10, 11. So we got 11 Clemson. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Texas A&M at 10. Texas A&M is at South Carolina. That's a 6:30 kickoff. That'll be a good game. That's an emotional game last week. A&M beat LSU. They were at A&M. Now A&M is favored by 3 in this South Carolina game. I look for A&M to win. They should cover that. I'd probably take A&M, but that's still going to be a tough game at first. But A&M should pull at the end. They got a better quarterback if they play the Reed kid at quarterback. They'll be a lot better off. I thought they would leave him in after Wegman got hurt earlier in the year, but they didn't. And then Wegman was struggling against LSU. He looked like the first game of the season against Notre Dame, and then they pulled him. Mike Elko did, and put the Reed kid in. So if it's me, I'd leave the Reed kid in there. He's the better quarterback. But anyhow, that's up to them. But I like A&M if Reed is quarterbacking. I think if Wegman quarterbacks, I think South Carolina's really going to give them a run for the money. But anyhow, moving on, we got Louisville at Clemson. Clemson's number 11. That's a 6:30 kickoff. Clemson is favored by 10. I like Clemson here, beating Louisville by 10. I think they'll probably win by 14 to 17 points. I think Clemson will. Like I say, that's a 6:30 kickoff right there on ESPN. So anyhow, we got we got number 11 team also is Iowa State. Texas Tech is at Iowa State. That's going to be a big game for the Big 12. Iowa State's undefeated with BYU. Then you got Kansas State and Colorado lined up in the standings there. Iowa State's favored by 13.5. Texas Tech can throw some points on the board. I tell you what, Iowa State's got a pretty good defense, but I'd probably take Texas Tech in the points here. That's going to be a scrappy one. But anyhow, moving on to the next one, we got number 13, Indiana is at Michigan State. Indiana's favored by 8. Indiana gets their quarterback back this weekend. Supposed to start Rourke. If he stays healthy and doing like he did, Indiana will win this game. I'd take Indiana in the points. Winning. I think they're gonna win by probably 14-21 over Michigan State. So we're gonna go to the next one. We got our let's see here. Number 14 is not playing. 15. Now Boise State's 15. They play tonight, Friday night. San Diego State is at Boise State. It's a 7 p.m. kickoff tonight. Boise's a 23.5 favorite. That's going to be close. That's about where they should be. But San Diego State. I don't know. I'd probably take Boise State in this one, being at home. But anyhow, 16 LSU's off. 17. Kansas State is 17. They're at Houston. Kansas State is a 13-point favorite. Yeah, I would take Kansas State at Houston. They got it's getting to the end here, and Kansas State's, like I say, they're number 3 in the Big 12 in the standings. Like I say, you got BYU right now is number 1. Iowa State's 2, and Kansas State is 3. Of course, Kansas State lost to BYU, but that, like I say, they'll have to play Iowa State. But anyhow, getting back to the schedule here, Houston's this is Fritz's first year there. He's trying to get Houston back on track, but they're not doing too good right now. But anyhow, we're gonna move on down the line. Go to number 18. This is a big matchup of the weekend too. This is the second big matchup. It's gonna be number 18 Pittsburgh at SMU, number 20 SMU. So this is a big matchup for the ACC. And they are at SMU. So the way the ACC is right now, Clemson is number 1, Miami's number 2, SMU is 3, Pittsburgh's 4. Now, all 4 of those teams are undefeated in conference play. Clemson's 5-0, Miami and SMU's 4-0 in the conference, Pittsburgh's 3-0. So that game has big time ramifications for SMU and Pittsburgh. So whoever wins there will stay in the hunt for possible conference championship game. So anyhow, that's 18 and 20 knocked out. We're going to see who are. Let's see whatever. Number 20 here. Bam. Oh. Oh, computer's a little slow on me. I apologize. Here we go. 19's okay. So we got Ole Miss is 19. Oh, that's going to be a good one. Now, Ole Miss, they are 19. They are at Arkansas. That's at 11 a.m. kickoff. Ole Miss is favored by 7.5. That's a tough line, but I tell you what, that's going to be a tough ball game. Arkansas's they're playing good. I look for them to be a whole lot better against Ole Miss than they were LSU. But anyway, at the end of the day, Ole Miss should win. It's probably going to be between 4 and 7 points, somewhere in that ballpark. They're favored by 7.5, so I'd probably have to go with Arkansas with the points. But anyhow, we covered number 20 SMU. 21 is Army. We got Air Force at Army. That's 11 a.m. kickoff. Now, if you're a big bettor, this is the one. Army's favored by 22. They're gonna blow out Air Force. I take Army all day long on this one. So anyhow, that's the way that one's. I'd be all Army's doing good. They're undefeated so far in the American. But anyhow, the next one in there is 22 is Washington State. They are brand new and fresh to the top 25. I think they are off this weekend. And number 23 is Colorado. Colorado is also fresh to the top 25. Congratulations to both of those teams for entering the top 25. Now, Washington State, they got a pretty easy schedule. I don't think they're going to lose any more games going out. So that's going to be fun to watch. They're in the Pac-2. But anyhow, Colorado's off this weekend. So then we got our number 24 team is Illinois. I think they off too. No, I apologize. Minnesota's at Illinois. That should be a pretty good little game. Minnesota's favored by 3 in that ball game, and that is at Illinois. I don't know, with the weather change, it's getting cool up there. Vilma, he likes to run that ball, so that's going to be a tough game. I tell you what, I'd probably take Illinois being the home dog with 3 points. But that's going to be a good game to watch. That's 11 a.m. That should be a pretty good game. So, but anyhow, our last but not least is number 25 is going to be Missouri. Let's see here. I think Missouri's off this weekend. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah, I think Missouri, they're off this weekend. Missouri's last 4 games: Oklahoma, South Carolina, Mississippi State, and Arkansas. So anyhow, well, that wraps it up for the top 25 this week. Like I say, we got the two big games, top 25 games. Which one's the top 5 games? Ohio State at Penn State. The second game is going to be a top 20 game. It's Pittsburgh at SMU. So that's what we're looking at. Got a few other little games that's going to be pretty good. Anyhow, I appreciate y'all. If you would like and subscribe, share my content if you don't mind. Help me grow my channel. I thank y'all very much. and we will see you on the next one. Thank you. Bye-bye.